It's day 4, the final day of the Consumer Electronics Show, but where's that Sony A9 Mark III? Did Canon slight Olympus? And what does it take to finance a camera channel? This and more after the intro. Hi, I'm Simon. Thanks for tuning in to The Ordinary Filmmaker. Subscribe to get notification of new videos like this one so you don't miss any news, rumors, gear reviews, or tutorials. And to make things just a tiny bit more exciting, I'm giving away a brand new Canon EOS R5 full-frame mirrorless camera to one lucky viewer. Details are in the description down below, or you can watch this video here, but please look at the terms and conditions as there are some age and location restrictions. In all the excitement leading up to Christmas, then New Year, building that Saturn rocket, then CES, I forgot a major event in camera world history. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be surprised if I lose several thousand subscribers over this. I should have caught this, I really should. But on January the 1st, the Consumer Products Division of Olympus became OM Digital Solutions Corporation. OM Digital Solutions will retain their leadership and capabilities in the research and development, production, sales, and marketing. OM Digital Solutions goes on to say that they'll continue to support the imaging and audio products previously manufactured and sold by Olympus. But then Canon appeared to slight Olympus. Is it just me? Here, have a listen. So in a recent interview with Fuji GFX, he said that the remaining concern is the future of OM Digital Solutions, but it is unlikely that there are buyers in Japan. Did Canon just say that Olympus is done for? That there are no more buyers in Japan? Perhaps a little bit of an overstatement, but JIP, let's revisit this company. They bought Olympus, their camera division, and JIP is in the business of purchasing failing companies and turning them around, and that's how they make their profit. Now, Canon understands that they're in a declining market, and they took the opportunity to take a swipe at the competition that's having trouble. You see, I think Canon woke up in 2020. Now, they did have a strategic plan and everything starting in 2015, and that plan has bore fruit in 2020. Canon's aggressively pursuing other opportunities, and if they have a chance to crush the competition, well, they're going to double down and do that. Now it's time for some news about a new a medium format camera. The Fuji GFX 100S isn't far away, and here's what we know so far. It'll have a single top dial on the left side. There won't be a D-pad, but it is going to have a joystick, and it's going to have a top LCD and a fixed viewfinder. It'll have a 102 megapixel medium format sensor with bare filter, and the sensor is going to be back illuminated. It'll have a 3-way tilt screen, not a fully articulating screen, and it's going to have in-body image stabilization. It's going to be available January the 27th this year, and for a price of $5,999. And I thought the Canon R5 was expensive. But now to address the elephant in the room in this segment of Behind the Scenes. Where's the Sony A9 Mark III? I stated several months ago in a couple of videos that it's rumored to be announced in early January and likely in CES thanks to Sony rumors. Well, CES is over, and there hasn't been any announcement. By Tuesday, I kind of sensed that it wasn't going to happen. You see, it's normal to get leak specs or a press statement several days ahead of an actual announcement. There was nothing was leaking normally. Like I said, several days before, information is leaking like water going over a dam. Canon leaks news so much that there's a virtual river outside corporate headquarters in Japan. Sony, though, well, they take a different approach. They control news and they don't believe it's in their best interest to leak or have their information leaked. The A7S III, remember that? It was one of the most anticipated cameras in years, and I would say it was the most anticipated camera. It took so long that it felt like, well, it was going to be canceled, and many of you had told me, we're not getting it, it's done. It's been since, 2015? It's been a long time. We're going to be getting the A7 IV. And right up until June, it was rumored to have a 15 megapixel, actually a 15 megapixel sensor, and then I think it was somewhere in the 30 megapixels, like 38 megapixels. And it was supposed to have a quad bare filter, but it didn't. And I'd love to see more Sony leaks. It builds excitement, it gets us talking, it builds anticipation, and it's simply just a ton of fun. But the one thing we've got to get used to with Sony rumors is because Sony doesn't leak much, the rumors aren't as accurate. And so when we heard we were supposed to be getting the A9 Mark III in January, I was keeping my fingers crossed, but part of me said, yeah, maybe not, because after all, the Consumer Electronics Show is not known for its camera announcements. So is it coming? Yes it is. And when will it come? Well, I don't know. You see, Sony rumors, and I'm talking about SonyRumors.com, Sony Alpha Rumors, Digital Camera Review, anybody that talks about this stuff, it's absolutely quiet. There's nothing on the A9. There isn't even anything on the much anticipated A7 IV. And the absence is absolutely deafening. All we're getting is news about lenses. Lots of news about lenses. The same lens. Pics, more pics. Specs, final specs. Announcement date with more specs and pics, and then the announcement and pre-order with more specs and pics. It's dry stuff. It's not exciting. Sure, I love these lenses, but we want the main show, the A7 IV, the A9 Mark III. Please, Sony, leak us details. Get us excited. Give us something to get excited about. We're all stuck at home. Would you rather us binge watch stuff on Netflix or things that aren't camera related? Anyhow, all right, now on to the next topic. I just got my first affiliate check for this year. I'll just grab it right here. So this is my first affiliate check. This one actually came through the one from B&H, and you probably can't read it from here, but this one is for $451.76. And you might be thinking, well, that's quite good. And it is, but that's not every month. This is really from the July time period, July, August, when the R5 was starting to come along. So yes, it takes that long because they have to wait 2 months to make sure there aren't any returns because they give it about 2% per item. So I want to take this as an opportunity to say thank you for using my affiliate links, because whenever you click on something through Amazon or B&H, I usually get about 2%. And you don't pay any more. So when you do click on those and you buy something, even if you don't buy what you clicked the link on for, you just clicked on anything and bought it, I still get a little bit of cut. And I really do appreciate that because it helps fund this channel. My main source of income is through YouTube. And my revenue range is anywhere from the first month I got it last January, $169, to as high as $1,422 back in July. Well, let's talk about the R5 and the A7S III. But I also get income from products I get to review. I don't have any close by right here, but after I review them, if I don't need them, I sell them. And of course, from the affiliate links. And I want to give you guys a little bit of a, well, not understanding. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I actually have used that money for. I pretty well spent all of it that's come in. It's just the nature of trying to keep a channel going. And this will give you an idea of how much it costs to produce a camera channel. So one of the first things I bought was the Canon R5. That was pretty pricey. I bought the 24-105 f4. I bought the RF 50mm f1.2, the RF 800mm. I bought the Pro Grade CF Express card. I've got an Angelbird CF Express card. I've got other cards. I've got the dummy battery and the power, the AC power connector. So when I'm filming like this, oh, how much time is left? See, I'm not using an external recorder right now, so I'm good at 21 minutes. I can talk for another 9 minutes before the power dies. But I know I need an external recorder, right? But at least this, I don't have to worry about the batteries dying while I'm recording, and it's not wearing down my batteries. So I got that. I got the teleprompter. I got an iPad. I got a tripod, the Manfrotto 504X head. What am I up to? I think I'm up to about $12,000 so far. And oh yes, and I bought the 4 terabyte Samsung SSD. And would you believe I've used up 3 terabytes already? It's just unbelievable how just 4K, don't do it. You know what? 4K is great. It looks great. But, oh, the amount of, the cost, the equipment that you need to be able to edit it, the storage you need is just unbelievable. So there's that. And then I took a bit of a break. But then January hit. I was watching Moving Matt's segment and I really liked the graphics he was using. So I thought, well, how do you do that? He told me. And so I spent about $80 and bought another package. Then I liked it and I bought another one. And it is giving the channel a bit more of a professional look. It looks a little more cleaner, a little smoother. You know, these ones here that come along the side. I think it does a really good job. The only problem I'm having with those, and this is where you got to be careful about add-ins because they can really take an awful lot of processing power. Here's some footage of me actually editing it. Now I've stacked them up here so it gives me the look I want. So when I talk about a given feature, boom, the next piece of information drops. It's not designed to do that. And it is so slow, it can take like 5 minutes just to edit one of these. So I'm at this point, I'm not really sure if they're worth the while in terms of how much time it cost me to actually put them in there, but it certainly looks really nice. And I've bought some other things to support the channel. Oh, other things too, like all the lighting I bought. I've got 9 lights on me. I've got about 3 or 4 stands. I've got a whole bunch of rigging, power adapters, cables. What else do I have back here? I mean, it's just, oh, filters, ND filters, variable ND filters, card readers. It's just, it goes on and on. Now, I'm not losing money on this channel, but I would say that I'm pretty well close to break even. And what I'm trying to do right now is trying to save up a little bit more because I don't know what my next big camera purchase is going to be. If Canon releases the RF 1200mm f8 and it's an STM lens and it's under $2,000, you know I've got to get that bad boy. Oh, could just imagine. You saw what I did with the moonshots, right? Captured Mars and all that. So just incredible. Oh, and the plugins that I got, they're MotionVFX. I'm going to do a proper review on them at some point. I think they look really good. They really do help spice things up a little bit, but you know, I'm using an iMac Pro and they really do slow things down. Just that's the only frustrating thing I have about it. But that being said, I want to ask you guys something else too. What I'm thinking of doing is I want to do a couple of rants on some television shows and movies that I've watched recently. And because this is called The Ordinary Filmmaker, it does fit in with the vision. And the one thing that's really annoyed me, I just watched the season finale of Star Trek Discovery not too long ago. If you've seen that show, it's about the burn, so no spoilers here. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the whole explanation for that, that's what I want to do a rant on. I just thought it was absolutely, completely lazy writing, and I hate lazy writing. For those of you that haven't watched this show, take a look at some of the trailers on YouTube. Look at some of the reviews where they actually show you actual footage. They're spending an awful lot of money on this show. The effects are incredible. The acting is really good. The sets, really good. The uniforms, costumes, makeup, it's very well done. But then there's a couple of situations of where I think that the storyline, it got really lazy. It's kind of like this. If you imagine, what's that show with the ball, Wilson? No, it's not Tom Cruise. I'm forgetting everybody's name. See, this is why I script a lot of things. You know, it's a UPS or a FedEx plane, UPS plane. He's flying. The plane hits a really bad storm. Things get really bad, and either lightning hits an engine or something. An engine fails, and the plane crashes. That's believable. They're going through really bad weather for a plane to crash. It makes sense. But now, if the same plane was just flying and all of a sudden fell out of the air, and they said, because I don't know, the wings turned to jelly, you'd be like, what? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Kind of felt like that. And if you haven't watched the show, yeah, it is that dumb. It takes me back to the 80s, a TV show called Dallas. It was like an evening time soap opera based in oil country. And they wanted to bring an actor back in the following year. And this isn't science fiction, so they couldn't just make up something strange like an alternate universe. They came up with the excuse of, oh, well, it's it was just a bad dream. The whole season was a bad dream. Let me check that battery again. Oh, I better wrap this up. I've only got about 3 minutes left, and that means I've probably only got 2 minutes left over here. But that's what I want to do my rant on. What do you guys think of me doing rants on movies or TV shows? Do you have any requests? Do you think it would work? I'm really curious because I think the first one I'd want to do is Star Trek Discovery. Just really, really frustrating. I'm not a big sci-fi fan. I like Star Trek as well. But that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker and tolerating my rants going all over the place. Don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win the Cinco Laugh S6E and M3 shotgun microphones. I'm going to be awarding these 2 microphones to one lucky viewer in about 300 subscribers. And then I've got some other prizes planned for 30,000. And I'm going to keep offering up prizes. They're going to get better in value. So for 30,000 subscribers, I've actually got 2 prize bundles. Things are going to get better every 10,000 subscribers until this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers, at which point I'm going to be giving away a brand new Canon EOS R5 full-frame mirrorless camera to one lucky viewer. And on that bombshell, and before I run out of battery life here, thanks for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. We'll see you again soon.